So what about if I want to have an arbitrary number of arguments? So for example, um, I'm going to just off the top of my head to keep things easy, I'm going to write a function called print items. And it's going to take a list of items and it's going to say, so I want it to take a list of items. And then it's going to say for item in list of items, print item. So a very simple function. And if I wanted to run this thing, I would call it like so. I would say print items, and then I give it a list like apple, cherry, banana. And if I run it, works fine, apple, cherry, banana. And then I'm getting my pep error because I don't have a single blank line at the end. So I have that fixed now. But now what if I want to have an arbitrary number of these? I'm just passing in one list. What I really want to do is like, maybe I'm going to pass in 3, or maybe I'll pass in strawberry and kiwi as well. And so now I'm passing in 5. So sometimes I want to pass in 1, and sometimes I want to pass in 30. So how do I do that? Well, in Python, what you do is you put a star in front of this thing. And the star means that this thing's going to expand to use all the unconsumed input. So basically what I'm passing in is 5 values, and all 5 values get squished into this one parameter as, I think, a tuple. So if I print list of items, it should print a tuple, and then it will loop through each item in the tuple and print it. So here's my tuple containing 5 items, and then I print each one. Now, you can combine additional positional arguments along with this thing, which is a variable number of arguments, or var args. So I can say first, comma, and then list of items, which will expand to take all the subsequent values. So in this case, first is going to be apple, and then list of items, or rest, will be cherry, banana, strawberry, and kiwi in a tuple. So you see, I'm not printing first, so let me print first. So now let me try it. So now first is apple, and then list of items is cherry, banana, strawberry, kiwi, and that's what gets printed. Now, if you add another one at the end, like last, you get an error, missing one required keyword only argument last. So I can put last here, but it has to be anything after one of these guys, one of these spread operators, anything after that, or one of these pack operators has to be a keyword argument. So first you get your positionals, and then you get at most one thing that takes a variable number of arguments, and any positional parameters after these required positional parameters, any positional parameters after that get stuffed into this thing if it exists. If this doesn't exist and you have extra positional arguments, then they either get mapped into these keyword arguments, or you get an error that you have too many positional arguments specified. Okay, so now if I want to make this work, I have to change the call, because now there's a positional argument for last. So I can say last is equal to kiwi, and if I run that, now I get apple is the first argument, then banana, cherry, banana, and strawberry, additional positional arguments get squished into that remaining list. And then I have a keyword argument for kiwi, which I'm not printing currently. So what if I specify this and make it optional? A fruit. And then I don't make this be a keyword argument. So now, since that last thing is optional, Kiwi gets stuffed into the list of arguments. Okay, so this is only a keyword argument now, not a positional argument. It can never be a positional argument now. And so it's always going to get squished into there without an error.